Squad, what up? We got a new video today. Today we talking about modern education and our school system and some ideas that I have that could possibly help us in the future. So let's get right to it. Now, our modern day school system, at least in America, I know every country has a different school system, but we talking about America because that's where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? Even though, beautiful grass out here, green grass on my feet. But our education system, sadly, breeds slaves. It does not breed free minded thinkers. It does not breed people who are more likely to impart a big change in the world. In truth, it really breeds employees. It breeds uh, subservient, docile people that will pay attention to authority, not question things, not try to see if there's other ways of going about solutions. It really dampens creativity, and it's it's crucial to understand because the way a person is educated will literally affect their entire life. You know what I mean? And when they're educated on the premise that they must always abide by the quote unquote code, they must always go by the textbook, they must always follow the textbook and the examples given, and any other way of thinking is wrong. That's basically how our education system works. Not to mention that everyone is required to be, at least for public school, everyone is required to be in school for 8 hours of the day, and these are the prime hours, if you will, of of brain activity, when you're the most awake, most alive, and most capable of getting things done. You're at school, you know what I mean? And sometimes you might be learning stuff that you don't even care about. So it literally conditions us to to try and do things that we don't even like, and that we don't even care about, and it's done over and over and over again, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, so that it's ingrained into people that this is the way life is. You do stuff you don't like for 8 hours a day, 5 hours a week. I mean, for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and then the rest of the time you get to yourself, and you get to quote unquote enjoy yourself with the time that you barely have. When in truth, because I was been studying up, ancient education systems and how other cultures and civilizations used to educate their people, and it was more of learn the basics and then figure out what you like and dive deep in that. You know what I mean? From a young age, So that's where you got your great pyramids from, the levitation of items, they were so connected to our universe. They were so connected that their technology was able to do things that we conceive as impossible. Of course, nothing's impossible, but we conceive it as impossible simply because it breaks the quote unquote rules of science, which I've been battling with for a while, because I think these quote unquote rules of science that we've been told are laws and that can't be broken and whatnot, I'm not sure if all of them are true, after I started having to question everything, and there could be some fundamental technologies that we're possibly missing out on because we have not dove deep into these things. But as far as college education, it's pretty much the same thing, because I remember when I first got out of college, I exited the education system having no idea. You know what I mean? I mean, having a slight idea, but I knew I didn't feel like I was chasing the right things. Like the education system at the end, at the end of college, it spits you out, and you're supposed to go find yourself a job working for basically this matrix to continue surviving the way it survives. You know what I mean? And that could mean whatever your degree is. There's only a certain amount of degrees that they'll give you. You know what I mean? They're not going to give you. I feel like a lot of knowledge was left missing. You know what I mean? Once I started self education, which I have found has been the most beneficial, the most, enlightening, the most, fulfilling, was the stuff I learned because I wanted to learn it myself. And I think it's very crucial because it led me into all kinds of different realms of thought, and all kinds of different ways of thinking, all different answers. There was no right, wrong answers. It was just expansive, whereas our traditional occasion education puts us in a box. So for all the people who are trying to decide, oh, and don't even get me started on, the loans and all that, I truly feel that that is done to more so trap you into the system, because once you're under these loans, it's almost like you have to work. Yeah, or they'll what, they'll destroy your credit, or they'll always be calling your phone, and you'll be in debt up to your eyeballs until you bow down and you go work. You know what I mean? And you do whatever for this system. You know what I mean? We are meant to be free. We are meant to be doing things because we love them, not because we're bound by some contract or by some debt or by some BS. Basically, like, education is meant to grow us. And once it was turned into a business, once it was made into a for-profit entity instead of an entity that truly was based on educating the people, a lot of things changed, and I really myself have to question the value of higher education nowadays. I mean, everyone that wants to do it, go ahead, you know what I mean? But like, really think about why you're doing it. Are you doing it because it's the cookie cutter model and that's what you've been told to do and that's what everybody tells you to do? Or are you doing it because you truly believe that doing it will advance you in the career field or whatever you're doing that you truly love? And you also have the money to do this. Because I'm telling you, do not get trapped by this loan stuff, like, if you can, you know what I mean? But yeah, those are just a few of the thoughts I have on modern education and our education system today. I might have multiple new ideas on this one, but I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this day. Everyone, continue to learn what you love. You know what I mean? Do what you love so that we can create a planet that we love. Not a half-ass planet. Or a half-ass system. But that's my message for today. If you want to vibe out, some chill music, all linked in the description. If you're trying to donate to your boy, hit up the Patreon, and we can do that. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'm going to get right to them. But y'all, blessed day. Stay blessed, stay loved, stay out here doing what you love. You feel me? Take it easy.